Tim here from Master Folder Squad, back again with another Secret Order of the Keys video. We've got our animation Secret Order of the Keys booklet, and we'll be going through this and going through each of the challenge answers so we can help you guys get all 6 so you guys can get your special item. Last month for June, they gave us a special code for some in-game content for a Power Rangers app that I don't even use, so it was completely pointless. I got nothing out of it. Great idea, Loot Crate. Really appreciate that one. We'll get right into this month's Secret Order of the Keys now. First up, we've got burger flipping. Flipping burgers takes technique, patience, and gusto. It also helps to get into the right headspace. See if you can figure out what Gene thinks when he practices on the grill. Instructions: place your Bob's Burgers pin on your guest check in your Loot Crate guide insert. Use the napkin memo to position Gene's feet on the recipe, flipping him as necessary, and see what Gene's head is on. Alright, that should be pretty straightforward. Alright, so we've got our guest check. We've got our napkin memo. Pulled up here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your guest check and line up the corresponding letters here. So first one's ZF, so you're going to find the ZF next to each other on the guest check. And then you're going to line up Gene there, and then whatever his letter his head is pointing to, like that. That one's first one's a B, so on and so forth, down through all of those, and you'll get your answer. Which is beef squatch. Like Sasquatch, but beef. Boom, done. First one, nice and easy. We're going to move on to number 2. Slurm's new direction to keep up with today's competitive market. Slurm has begun to offer dozens of different flavors. They have been revamping their marketing campaign. A new slogan for their classic product can be found plastered all over their factory. See if you can figure out how Slurm is pitching itself. Gonna cut up the Slurm slips from the insert. Look at them. Look at the new slogan found below in the marketing notes. Awesome. And then you're gonna use the first character of the slogan on one of your Slurm strips to make the strip the right side up. Using the koozie through the koozie to decode. Awesome. That's actually a really cool way to do it. It's almost actually making this cipher-like. So you're going to need your Slurm koozie, and you are going to need this page. Alright, so I didn't even have to cut mine out. I just kind of did it like this, and then lined up my koozie like that. So for example, the first one was one that almost looks like Pac-Man. So first one in the middle on here, and I just lined it up thusly, and so the answer would then be the one on the other side, which can't see because of the camera angle, but ended up being a P because it was the one that looked like a that one right there, so it's a P, and then went on translating with the key on the same page, and spelled out party in a can, which is a great slogan for a beverage. And there's number 2. Again, another pretty simple one. I'm okay with that, because that means I can keep these cranking out for you guys. On to number 3. Integral ingredients. The makeup of a typical Bob's Burger has always eluded the general public, for better or for worse. Despite their names, their ingredients can sometimes be unpredictable. See if you can figure out why the exclusive burger has no eggs in it. So we're going to use, I saw that page when I was flipping through it a second ago. The top bun page. The menu, the guide insert, also be used with the menu burger. And this one here, so it's got numbers, but it's got different numbers. Okay. Numbers are different. Find the recipe card whose ingredients match the burger illustrated on the corrugate. Fill in the menu's boxes with the letters from the spelled out ingredients. Use the letters to spell out your challenge answer. Nice, after misreading that one 5 million times, you use this box grid for the menu that's in the insert, and this one here with those numbers. You have to, and then you have to look using the diagram on the side of the box, which is what it means when it says match the burger illustrated on the corrugate. I derped for 5 hours and then finally realized I meant this. Luckily, it's the first burger in the pack of in the burger box. It's the new Baconings burger. The illustration is there on the back. Matches the box. And then you just fill these into here, and then you 1 through 20 using both that and the one on the screen here. 1 through 20 you spell out eggers can't be cheesers, which is a horrific pun, but I love it. So we'll go ahead and plug that over here. Let's see if it likes punctuation. It does not like punctuation. Unless I can't fucking spell either. I think that's also part of it. It's eggers, my bad. Eggers can't be cheesers. I just typed beggars because... But I'm also assuming it doesn't like punctuation. There we go. So that is number 3 down. Bring up number 4. Portal party. Most people aren't equipped to deal with the perils of portals, but if your brain generates genius waves, jumping between dimensions is no sweat. It also makes for an awesome party. Follow Rick from one portal to another to learn his greatest discovery. Instructions. Disassemble your loot crate guide. Insert to find all of the portals. Then get your Rick figure minus the stand and look at the quantum calibrations. Awesome. Go to Portal 2, place your Rick figure face down at 12 o'clock. Make sure his feet align with the 2 squares at the bottom. Keeping his bald spot in the center, rotate him the number of ticks. Called out in the first quantum calibration. Record the letter, proceed from portal to portal, starting each new calibration from the position of the preceding jump. Alright. So what you're going to do is, I didn't even use the Rick figure. They say use the Rick figure and line him up with Portal 2 here, with his feet being at these black dots at the bottom. But honestly, this is just bulky and unwieldy. All you really have to do is start at number 2 and start at 12 o'clock. Then what you're going to do is, based on this sheet here, you're going to go plus is clockwise, minus is counterclockwise, and it's the letter that you have when you're leaving the portal only, not when you land. So plus 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is N. Then you jump over to the portal with the triangle, which is number 3, from the spot that you left over here, which was this one down here, and then you go back 3, which is an O, so on and so forth, until you get your answer, which is nobody exists on purpose. So let's see if I can type this in here. Nobody. Spelling. Jesus Christ, I can't fucking spell. There we go. Alright, so that is number 4. Yes, number 4 down. Start up number 5. Recipe secret. Bob's Burgers menu has played host to plenty of puns, but the names of these jokey burgers house a secret. Review the recipe cards to see if you can discover the Belcher family's greatest adventure. Instructions: read the flavor notes by line, word, and letter to determine which letters are important on each of the listed recipe cards. So, line, word, letter to determine which letters are important on each of the listed recipe cards. Okay, check. And we'll be using these, so it'll be line, word, letter, so it'll be second line, second word, second letter, so on and so forth. Sounds pretty straightforward. So all you gotta do is locate the specified burger in our stack of cards here. Example, New Beginnings burger is the first one. We've already used the back of this one for something else. And you go down to the second line of the text. Go a couple in to it. Second line, second word, second letter ends up being second line, second word, second letter ends up being a T. So on and so forth until you spell out the challenge answer, which does not need to be unscrambled or anything like that. It is the Belchies, I believe. So we are going to go over here and type in the B-E-L-C-H-I-E-S, Belchies. Bada bing, bada boom. Number 5, done. And go into number 6. Gyros Transcription. The turtles have taken up a new pastime, shell tagging. By painting their shells and pressing them against alleyways, they've been spreading some of their master's wisdom for those wise enough to piece together their message. Bind the 2 shell tagging pages in the Loot Crate Guide, which is, of course, the last one that I go for. Or none of the above. Where? What? Must be this one? Yes, it is this one. Boom. Use the Master Scroll to place them in the right order. Master's advice to eliminate the pieces that interrupt his message. So you will use this. Oh god, this sounds difficult. Read the remaining pieces to uncover the master's message. So I may actually have to cut stuff out. We will see. So the easier way to do this probably is to cut out all of these, arrange them 1 through 30, just like the scroll states, and then remove them based on the 4 rules of the ninja in order. I've always got to make things difficult for myself. I didn't feel like cutting this out, so I drew a little diagram. And it worked. With only one exception, but figured it out regardless. So once you've got all of the letter shell patterns in order, start removing them. For example, the first one would be the number 1, which is an A, which is red. I lied, it's purple. I can't read my own handwriting. Be that one, so on and so forth. Remove, and then you'll go through and remove them as this states, revealing become one with shadow. We'll go ahead and plug that into our challenge answer. Become one with shadow. Hit enter. And boom, all 6 animation challenges are done. So we will be getting our animation loot hopefully next time. If it is digital, they at least let us know about it in advance, like in the crate, maybe just a little piece of paper that says, hey, your loot is coming, check your email or something. And if it is a digital loot, hopefully it's something that I'll actually use. Unfortunately, they picked a game that I don't think anybody has actually played. Going on the Secret Order of the Keys Facebook page, where there's a lot of helpful tips and tricks, it seemed like everybody who was providing feedback wasn't a huge fan of the DLC idea, especially because they didn't play this game. And there were a couple people who did voice if there was something at least in the crate, so it didn't think that we got left out, that they forgot to put it in, whatever. Because I know that had been a problem as well, so I just assumed I didn't get it. But hopefully they take the feedback of the community and at least put in something that says, hey, your loot is coming if it is a digital loot. Or do both. If you want to give us something digital, give us a pin or a patch. The patch is really, although I'm not a huge fan of that idea either, it's better than something that I'm not going to use at all. Like, at least I can display the patches and be like, oh yeah, I have this from this one. And if you're listening, Loot Crate, it wouldn't be a bad idea to kind of throw in a patch for last month's Secret Order of the Keys to kind of compensate for the loot that people feel really, really gypped out because of the lack of physical loot for this last one. People are going to leave in droves if it's going to go digital, especially digital content that's not going to be usable because we don't play the game. So hopefully they take the feedback and the positive criticism that at least I am putting their way. I know I've talked to someone from the Secret Order of the Keys team about that already, and they were really receptive with that idea. But definitely check out the Loot Crate unboxing video if you haven't checked that out already. There should be a Wizarding World crate up as well, and a couple other series going on. Keep an eye out for some new and exciting stuff, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. I'm out. Peace.